Okay. All right, you guys, I'm just going to put this out there. We're quarantined and we're doing a couple of these in a row. And initially when we planned on launching our podcast, you weren't going to see us. So newsflash, Zoom works really well. And this is what we're doing. And you might see us in the same outfit. So sorry, not sorry.
Yep. It is what it is.
And Michelle, let's be real. Your kimono is so fucking amazing. Oh, sorry. Sometimes we swear, me. I think that we should just wear it all the time because it's so cute. Show them the tassel-y things.
Yeah, it's got tassels and it's got this like little ribbon detail.
You remember what city we were in when you got that? Was it Olympia?
It was Ancient Olympia, yes. And Alina had said, Michelle, there's this really cute shop and they have like beach cover-ups on sale. And so I got this and another beach cover-up because clearly I didn't bring enough with me when I packed for the trip.
Your suitcase was amazing in Greece. Amazing. Okay, you guys, that's not what we're talking about today, though. What we wanted to talk about in this episode, and I really want Michelle to give us some insight because she's better at this than I am, but we want to talk about identifying what you need, especially now while we're in quarantine, and asking for help. So Michelle did a post on Facebook. Was it earlier this
Monday?
Week? Okay, Monday. And I don't know what day we're going to put this up, so just go with this. But it was earlier this week on Facebook. She said, okay, you guys, I miss people, and here's what I need right now. I need people to be open to jumping on and having dinner with me on video, like FaceTime or whatever on Zoom, and coffee dates and maybe happy hour dates, so I'm not drinking alone. Is that roughly what you said?
That's basically what I said.
And then a whole bunch of people responded like, girl, what are you doing Thursday? I got you. Let me send you a message. Let's do this. Let's do that. Like our family we're doing a fish fry tomorrow night. Our friend is going to this amazing place. Shout out to the White Gull Inn in what is it? The town
Jimmy's White House Inn.
Jimmy's White House Inn. They make this walleye that is like, what? And there's a lemon sauce that goes on it that's unreal. And they make a Greek soup. So hopefully the Greek soup's in because I'm ordering excess of it. And then I was like, wait, if we're going to do this, then we'll just eat. He's going to go pick up our food, drop it off, and then we're all going to hop on Zoom and have dinner together, which I think is a fun idea.
Why not? And for me, so the first time I did a Zoom was the week before. My friends with almost 3-year-old and almost 1-year-old were having dinner. And they called out of the blue and like, hey, Auntie Michelle. And it was just the cutest thing ever. And like at one point their daughter, because I mean, I know a lot of people really try to be mindful and present and not have the screens at dinner and everything like that. But in this case, like she was just so like, let me in front of the computer so that I can see what is going on. And, you know, she was dancing and running. I mean, it was the most chaos that I needed in my life at that moment because it was brilliant. It is very quiet. I mean, I play a lot of music just because it is so quiet in my house.
We're having the opposite experience here where I have not had a moment of alone in over 3 weeks. Like literally I stayed in bed this morning, you guys, because I was by myself and like it felt irresponsible to be in bed till 9, but like also nobody bothered me until Ian came up and started like talking at me. So like Michelle's like too much quiet and I like can't even hear myself think anymore.
Right. And so, you know, that happened. And then I had a few nights of nothing, just, you know, talks on the phone or whatever. And then it rained all weekend last weekend. And I think that just really threw me for a curve because it was cold and rainy and I would have been able to go to the Y and work out. And so it was one of those, I think I talked to you and I talked to my friend Michelle in Minneapolis and, you both helped me reframe instead of like what I can't do, let's think about what I can. And Michelle's like, do you remember when, you know, everything happened with Dave passing away? And I'm like, yeah. I said, so she and my sister came with me. They were going to come the night that they found out. And I told them that nothing good happens on the road after 10 o'clock at night. Stay put, get your kids off to school. We'll figure it out the next day. And they both like, I don't know, Michelle got here in record time from a drive because it usually takes me 5 hours to get to Minneapolis. So I don't know what she was doing. And my sister was here too really early. And like the thing that I loved is that like all week they had been putting plans in place so that they could leave, but not telling me what the plans were until I needed to know. And then I finally said, like, how did you do all of that? They're like, oh, we got all your friends' contact info, because they don't live here, but they were like, we're not leaving until we've got a plan for Michelle because we don't want her to be by herself.
Right.
Right. And so then I remember, like, there was meal train, there was all this stuff, and people like they could not wait to jump on and try to help a friend out in any way they could. And I mean, through that time, there was so many, like, I don't cook. So, like, let's meet for dinner, let's do whatever, or do you want to sleep over at our house? And so Michelle was saying, so why not use that same concept now? She's like, why can't you ask for people to have dinner with you?
That's such a good
Or
idea. I was
coffee
curious how you like
online?
figured out, because like one of my biggest struggles is trying to figure out what I need. And I spent like that rainy weekend just like moping and crying and trying to like make sense of what, like I couldn't figure out what I needed. And maybe I just needed to be sad. I don't know, but like
You probably needed to be sad, because sometimes I think that when I allow myself to be sad and mope something that I've lost, I come out of it with, what can I do instead? And so I mean, a lot of what we're going through right now, I hate to say, but we're grieving. We're grieving what we had.
Yeah.
Because everything changed.
Right.
And
I think it's continually a thing, because like, right, like it hit me, I think last night or this morning, that we were supposed to leave on Sunday for spring break with the kids. We were supposed to go to San Diego. Ian turns 12 next weekend. And so we had a full day plan for him in San Diego, like all the things he wanted to do. We were going to do a sleepover the weekend. Like everything is canceled and changed. And so it feels like we were like panicky, and then we were okay. And then we hit this point where like more things are canceled, and you're just like, how do we make this better? Like I told Bill in bed last night, Ian's has this little place in Door County. He calls his Happy Place. There's this cute little park in the northern part. And I cannot ever remember when I'm supposed to remember like what it's called. So in the show notes, then we'll just add that in when I can remember what the hell it is. But like this little 2-mile walk, and it's like way northern part of Door County. And there's a point where you can stop, and there's these like trees, these little pine trees that come out, and there's these rocks that are right over the lake. And I think it's the Bayside. And you can't see any people, you can't see towns, you can't see anything. It's just water and like nature and everything. And it's quiet and peaceful, and you just hear like the water hitting the rocks. And he calls it his happy place. Like every time we go there and do this walk, he like stops, he gets quiet and calm. He like goes and just sits on the rocks and just sits there and like takes it all in. He loves it. And when he gets super stressed, he's like, can we go to my happy place? And I have such a hard time saying no, because it's a 3-hour drive from here.
Right.
But I was like, Bill, I think we should take him for his birthday. We're going to be here. We don't have anything else going on. The state parks are open. And he was like, that's 6 hours in the car. And I was like, or we could stay in the house for 6 more hours. Like, what the hell are we going to do?
I mean, and that's the thing, like you'd be together and fresh air, and why not I mean,
that's kind of my approach to it, is why not? But I mean, like, trying to figure out what he needs and what we need in all of this. Like, I just was so impressed that you were like, these things would help me feel better. They would give me organization, purpose, structure, give me something to look forward to. Like, this could help me be happy. And I was like, how introspective and smart are you to be able to say, like, this is what I need. Are you, and be brave enough to ask for help? Because I feel like there's so many people, especially women, who like don't ask for help when you need it.
If I wouldn't have asked for help, if I didn't learn how to do that 4 years ago, I wouldn't be at the place where I am now. True. I mean, when Dave passed away, like all I could do is ask for help. Like, I didn't know how and what any processes and procedures were for that.
Right. You know what? It's interesting, because I feel like there was a certain point where like, I feel like when my dad died 10 years ago this summer, and when that happened, it was like people were like, what do you need? And I didn't know what I needed, but I had a friend who was super good, and she was like, do you need me to come over and clean your house or drop off a gallon of milk? Right. Like, she offered the things that she could do, and specific, like, can I do this or this for you? And then I was like, oh yeah, actually I really could use milk, and I don't want to go out, thank you. Like, that was insanely helpful. So that's what I'm trying to offer for people. Like, I want to be the person that's going to bring you a casserole. I am really good at ordering takeout. Like,
you know what? That's sometimes what you need. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a casserole or takeout. Like, that's what I learned is like, it didn't matter what people were bringing. I didn't care.
right.
I was just like, I don't, and there were times I said, I don't know what I need. I just know, like, for me, it was, I don't know what I need today. I know that I can't be alone. Though, and to just be able to verbalize that was huge. Or
Well,
the
and I think
fact
that when
that,
you specifically say like, I need this, and people are like, I can do that. Like,
exactly.
I was so excited about all the responses that you had where people were like, I can't do this, but can you do coffee? And you were like, yeah, I can. Like,
Right.
how thoughtful was that? But like, you put the prompt out, and then people could opt in and
Right.
say yes.
And but that's what it is, because everyone knows and wants to do something, and we've all got this time and we're trying to figure out what to do with it. And why not use it to connect with old friends that you may not see in the same city that you live? I've got friends from college that we're keeping in touch in multiple ways, because why not, right? We
Right.
don't see each other that often, but once in a while, let's just check in on one another and see how we're at. And so I look at it as like, I could have sat here and been like miserable, because I'm an extrovert and this is really hard. Like, everything that got me to this point, I can't do anymore. And so instead of focusing on what I can't do, I decided to focus on what I can do. And what can I do? I can ask people for help and ask what I need. I had to do that last week anyway, because I'm not able to go to the grocery store right now because I'm getting over bronchitis. And so my immune system is a little bit compromised. And so I don't want to pick up anything else.
Right.
So
So don't get you groceries.
yeah, people have been going to the grocery store and getting groceries for me and stuff like that. And, so it's all of that. But I had shoulder surgery on my rotator cuff maybe 6 months after Dave passed away. And again, I had to go back and ask for help because I needed to have people put ice pack and my little machine on me and stuff. And so I think what I learned from loss is that it's okay to ask for help, because people don't know. They don't know what you need.
Right.
They think they do, but until you say, this is what I need and this is how you can be helpful, people don't know. And is it scary to put yourself out there? Oh, heck yes.
Yes.
Is it scary? And do every time I ask for help, do I think that no one is going to reply? Always.
Oh, that kind of breaks my heart a little bit. Like, I don't know why it's scary, but like, it does feel that way.
Well, because we're all caught up in our own lives. And I don't want to put anything else on anyone else's life, because people have jobs and people have kids and people have families and they've got a million things going on in their own life. And so I don't expect that besides my family, anyone is thinking about, oh, what's Michelle up to? But if I ask for what I need, then people know what I'm up to. And it's a reminder that, oh yeah, because I remember someone saying, like, they saw one of my posts because I said staying at home or self-quarantining is also isolation.
Yeah.
Because really that's what it is. And I'm like, I hate the word isolate, because it means that we're thinking one way. And I remember early on, I had said something about that, and people were like, I've been checking in on my grandma. And I'm like, that's awesome, because grandmas need check-in. I'm not qualifying myself as a grandma, but there aren't a lot of people like me, childless, widows. I'm anomaly in a lot of ways.
Maybe, but maybe not. Like, I literally just we have a little family text thread, and I just sent a note. Like, I just feel like we've been so wrapped up in like trying to learn to homeschool and like having to make, like, they have to eat every day, several times a day. So like all of this food prep
And snacks.
So many snacks, like it's out of control. And I feel like between all the feelings, and I'm still trying to work, and my husband's still trying to work, and like I was like, I haven't called my sister or my aunt or like anybody in forever. And I sent a note last night and I was like, you guys, I'm sorry, I'm a really bad friend. I just feel like I haven't checked in enough. So it's not even like, people like you, Michelle, who are like single and widowed. It's like, you're just like extended family who like you love and care about and you'd like to talk to, but like, I don't know, the day gets run over. And like last night we were like sitting, we watched a whole bunch of Holderness family stuff on, Bill figured out how to find it on the TV.
Yes,
So we
they
were
have
playing.
great videos. I love them.
So funny. But we were watching, they did some skits where they were the cheerleaders that Sherry O'Terry and Will Ferrell did.
Stop
And
it.
they were like cheering their kids on, like, do the dishes, like, you can do it. And we were like dying laughing. And all of a sudden Ian was like, it's like 7 o'clock. We didn't eat. What happened to the day? And we all were like, we have no idea.
God, you know, if I was quarantined with someone right now, I think I would be doing stuff like that, like making videos and all that other kind of stuff. I mean, I was talking to you offline that I'm like,
learn how to TikTok. I don't know how to do this.
I don't know how to TikTok. I don't know that I want to. But I mean, I am kind of exploring the idea of putting like demos out on live because I mean, it would give me something to do. And if I'm making something anyway, I might as well like be useful and teach someone else.
We were talking about this because I feel like you need to put it out like on our stuff and probably on yours too. But like, I don't know how to make pickled onions. And I really like those on salads and like random other things.
Oh my gosh, this is so easy. Okay, so one of the girls that I used to supervise on the event staff years ago, she reached out to me and said, I am not eating my Panera salads, but pickled onions are on them. You need to show me how to do this. And I'm like, well, for you, I would do it live. And she's like, do it. So
I was thinking today I need to like search out somebody who's really good at making bread because I think I want to do this. I don't have any good reason why. I mean, I don't actually even really eat bread except for like while we're in Greece, but now I don't even feel like I care about carbs anymore. So like, let's just learn how to make bread. I want the smell in my house and I want like a piece of fresh bread. And if I'm honest, I just want Bill to get like really excited about making bread to make it for me. But like, I might be willing to do this.
I did that last weekend over 2 days.
I saw your bread. It looked amazing.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Like, why do I have this skill and or desire? Like, I don't know.
I think we're nesting. We're trying to just go back to the basics. And I think we're just trying to figure out like why we've got time. And I think I go back to create. Like, why not use this time we have to create either memories or things or anything? Because then, you know, when we've got the kids around someday and I've got my nieces and nephews and someone says something, I can be like, hey, remember that time when we were quarantined and we did X, Y, and Z? And I think kids are going to come through this thinking like, wow, I was never more loved. And I remember all this time that my mom and dad spent with me.
Yeah. To be fair, my kids haven't been happier in a long time. Like, they are doing awesome. And I feel like I could cry every day. So,
and I think couples, but I think also too, like couples, like they're like going back to the basics and like, if they've got kids with them, you know, it's like, what are we doing as a family together and what kind of memories in all of this are we making?
Maybe this might be a totally different, I think this might be a totally different episode that we should talk about. Cause I, like my entire life, I just really want it to be I want to spend as much time with Bill Myers as humanly possible. And I'm so stressed right now. I'm not really a good quarantine buddy, if we're honest. So this should maybe be a different episode.
Yeah, we can, I mean, that's the beauty of what we're doing is we're just trying to talk about the things that we know that it's not just us. I mean,
what I feel like I would like to do is ask for feedback from people. So I don't know, like we're going to put this on YouTube. We're going to add it on Facebook. We've got to learn how to actually put this on a podcast because that was the initial intent.
It is, yeah. And
but I really want people to communicate with us. Like, tell us what you think. Like we're learning as we go. So like, if you have suggestions on what to do, we'd like them. But like, what are you asking for? What do you know that you need? And how are you filling that need? Because like, I'm learning from Michelle right now for like, post this and get what you need. But like, I'm curious what everybody else is doing.
Right. And just how are you like handling all of this? And, you know, maybe even what are you looking forward to post all of this? What are you scared about post all of this? I know I've had friends saying like, you know, I had a friend message yesterday that, hey, our concert that we were going to in May, we were going to the Foo Fighters. It's now been rescheduled to October. And we were excited about that, but also a little bit of like, what is it going to be like to be in a concert crowd in October?
About that. Okay, I can't think about that right now.
No, can't either. I'm just excited that I get to see the Foo Fighters in October. I was excited to see them in May, but now I'm even more excited because now this is something I've got to look forward to.
Right.
Right.
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us what you guys think. we're going to wrap this up, but tell us what you think about what we're up to, and then how are you asking for help? Are you asking for help, and what is your response? Because we're really curious.
Yeah. And
Okay.
let's just make it fun. Okay. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.